Hello and welcome to week 10. I cannot believe that it's been 10 weeks that I've been on this mini cut, for the lack of a better term. Like I've mentioned before, I've already lost over 60 pounds and I'm just trying to lose that last little bit. Ultimately, I really am happy with where I'm at, where I have come, and I'm not in a hurry to get there. I'm just really excited to be here as I am, and I hope you are too. I hope you realize this is a journey. This is not, a sprint. It's a marathon, and every little bit helps. So last week I did mention that I was going to switch some things up a little bit this week, and I was just going to take 50 to 75 calories off my daily caloric goal to just kind of switch up things a little bit, because for the last couple weeks I really haven't moved much. What I really also want to share with you is a fall meal prep. So these are my 3 favorite recipes right now. One is a turkey pumpkin meatball, and no, you can't taste the pumpkin, but it's a great way to use leftover pumpkin, and it's a great way to add moisture to a turkey meatball. Even my husband, who hates turkey, loves these meatballs. My daughter loves them. We all love them. And I'm also making a caramel apple oatmeal, and you could use this as an overnight oat that can be cold, warm, or it's actually right now in my cabinet. 2 of them are in my cabinet right now because they are shelf stable. The other thing that I'm making is just my favorite go-to salad right now. It's just a fall harvest salad. So I hope you enjoy the fall meal prep. So let's get into that. And then I will tell you what my results are this week. First thing we are making are some turkey meatballs. And we're going to use 2.5 pounds of ground turkey. I picked this up from Sam's. And we have a secret ingredient, pumpkin. You can't even taste the pumpkin. It just adds fiber and extra nutrition, and plus uses up the pumpkin, which right now I know it's hard to find. I went to 4 different stores and couldn't find this. Had to actually order it off Amazon, and I ended up getting a 6-pack. So I have plenty for the season to make my pies and everything else I want to make. Right now it's time to mix them up. We are using the whole can of pumpkin. And we need some Parmesan cheese. We're going to use 2/3 of a cup. If I had gluten-free breadcrumbs, I would use them, but I don't, so I'm just going to do 1/2 cup of the almond flour, 1.5 teaspoons salt, 1/2 to 3/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1.5 teaspoons garlic, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, and then 2 teaspoons of oregano. It's time to make the meatballs, and I like using this little scoop here. It's basically a cookie scoop. It's not like the huge ice cream scoop. Which actually I do use those ice cream scoops to make some extra large cookies, but this is just your standard cookie ball scooper. So I'm just going to scoop and then put on the tray, and I'm going to, once I have all of the meatballs on the tray, then I'll actually form them in my hands. But this just makes it so much easier. It's like a little assembly line. Dexter, no. So I've got the oven at 425, and I'm going to throw these in for about 20 minutes and we'll check them. So I just took them out. This was about 21, 22 minutes probably, because I actually left them in. I was still scooping, so I left them in a couple of minutes longer than the 20-minute mark. But let's just look at them and see. Fully cooked. And now let's do a taste test. You ready? That is really good. Not dry at all. And my kitchen right now smells like an Italian restaurant because of the oregano. So good.
Is it cracked now?
Yeah. So here we are. This is just one tray. I'm going to put the rest of them in probably another container, and we're having them with dinner tonight. So I'm going to make some oatmeal next. Now, these are actually going to be portioned kind of like overnight oats, but you can either use them as overnight oats or you can have them hot. So basically, we're going to keep everything dry. Everything that goes in them is pantry stable, shelf stable, so you can actually just keep it in your shelf. You don't even have to put it in the fridge. Now, if you want these to be overnight oats, then you just add a cup of milk the night before. You could also do the same thing even if you want to heat them up and then just dump the jar in the morning when you go to heat them up. But we have 3 jars because that's how many I'm going to make. And then we're going to use 1/4 cup of oats. And because I'm making them like moderate carb, you can add more or less depending on what you need. And then I'm using this Garden of Life vanilla protein powder. And we're also going to use these freeze-dried apples I bought from Trader Joe's last month. I've been wanting to make this recipe for a long time. We're also going to be using some PB Fit powder and some dry roasted peanuts and a pinch of salt. Did I even tell you what we're making? Can you guess what kind of oats I'm making? Any guesses? Caramel apple oats. I have been craving. Hold on, I'm going to turn you around. So I have been craving a caramel apple, and it's the first thing that I wanted to have when I got my braces off. But as it turns out, I'm still not allowed to have caramel apple because I have a permanent retainer now behind my bottom teeth, and I have a like nighttime retainer that I'm wearing throughout the day now, which I'm not 100% happy about, but it's just one of those things that you have to do. It's kind of like a weight loss journey. Doesn't always go exactly as you had planned, and once you lose the weight or once my teeth are straight, there's some maintenance that needs to be done before it becomes just like habit, I guess. So anyway, I'm working on that, but I really wanted to have a caramel apple. Now I can still have them, I just have to cut them up. I can't like bite into them, you know what I'm saying? Because it can break the retainer. So now that I have like, I don't know, I was like waiting to have it, and I waited too long because I can't find them. I either found like a 6-pack, which I'm like, I'm not buying 6 of them because I just want 1, or the ones that I found just have like sprinkles or coconut on them, and I want a like classic caramel apple with peanuts. So that's why I am using this stuff. So the apples will obviously come from the apple, and then the peanut flavor will come from the peanut butter, plus this adds protein, and then the actual crunch from the peanuts. And I don't have it out yet, but the ingredient that's going to make it taste like caramel, coconut sugar. Coconut sugar actually has a natural smokiness to it. It's actually great on ribs too, and I'm going to use that to make a caramel apple. So I'm going to put it together and show you in the end what it looks like. We are going to start first by adding the oatmeal and our vanilla protein powder, our peanut butter powder, the dry roasted peanuts, and we're going to add the freeze-dried apples, and a little bit of salt, and last but not least, our coconut sugar. So here we go, our caramel apple oats are ready. Just gonna pop some lids on them and then store them in the cupboard. And when we make them, we can break down the apples a little bit more. And like I said, you can either have them as overnight oats or heat them up. And you can even take these to work with you, put water in them and put them in the microwave. You know, whatever you need to do, but these are going to be delicious. I can't wait to try it tomorrow. So I'm getting ready to make my like go-to fall salad recipe right now, and you need some walnuts, some greens. I'm using a spring mix. This is also really good with arugula. That's what I had with it last week. Then some shredded white cheddar cheese. We have some shaved red onion in here, and then the dressing that I'm using is a honey mustard. I've also made this with just like a honey Dijon vinaigrette. It's really good, but I found this at the store and I wanted to try it, and I like it a lot, and it's only 90 calories. And then an apple. So I'm gonna get this chopped up, and I'm gonna show you how I throw it all together. And I'm making one for today and one for tomorrow. I would make more, but I have no room in my fridge because I have a ton of meat that I prepped yesterday. We have chicken breast that I'm going to use on the salad. We have beef brisket. We have icing for cupcakes that Taylor made. We have more brisket. We have, oh, these are just some extra greens. And then we have bacon. So no room to store anything in the fridge right now. Oh, and more meat I have to prep. And so I'm just in love with this salad. Chris had it twice. I mean, he will basically eat whatever I make him, but he did say, I really don't like fruit in my salad. And to be honest, I never did either. Like those strawberry salads that were really popular for a while, and probably still are, I never got into. Are you a fruit person in your salad? You let me know down below. but I typically am not. But I think that this apple is like tart enough that it kind of makes up for the sweetness. But I love like the crunch that it adds, and plus it adds a lot of nutrition. So we are going to go for it. I originally found this recipe in the Eating Well magazine. I get that every month and really like it a lot. So it just gives you some like new ideas and that are mostly healthy. And this knife is like not really the best knife to be using. The Taylor just chopped up her apple, and this is the knife she used. And I don't feel like finding another one, so we're just going to go with it. And this here is some watermelon kombucha. Sipping on that while I make my lunch. Gotta get your probiotics in one way or the other. Alright, so let's make these salads. So we are going to start with a bed of greens, and then I am using about 4 ounces of the chicken breast. You use as much as you need for your nutrition. Then I'm using 1/2 ounce of white cheddar shredded, 1/2 ounce of chopped walnuts, just a little bit of the shaved red onion, about 1/2 of the apple, which is about 3 ounces, and then 2 tablespoons of honey mustard dressing. And there you have it. Is that not like the most beautiful salad you have ever seen in your life? Alright, but it's pretty close, right? And we have our salad for tomorrow. And in the bottom, I just put the spring mix, the onions, and the apples. And then I have the cheese, the nuts, the chicken, and then our little honey mustard in this container. Now we have lunch for tomorrow. Beautiful salads, healthy, delicious, easy. Even though tomorrow was actually a work from home day, I still prep my lunch because it saves me time and I don't have to think about it, and I will be good to go. And that's the thing, guys, just do it when you can. You know, today is Monday, and I don't do all my meal prep on Sunday. You know, there are some days where I do. You just do the best that you can with what you've got. When you're in the kitchen, if you're making a salad, make 2. It's that simple. So I really hope you enjoyed the fall meal prep. These recipes are so delicious. You have to try them, and please let me know if you do. Tag me on Instagram, or just message me and let me know what your true thoughts are. You don't have to like it. I just want to know what you think. And so anyway, like I mentioned last week, I was switching some things up in order to get out of the plateau I was in, because for a couple weeks, nothing much really happened. So all I did is just decrease my calories for about 50 to 75 each day, and it worked. So I am down 1 whole pound this week. So for the next 2 weeks, I'm just going to stick with that plan. And oh, I did want to mention that I was able to get like my daily walks in this week because it's been nice. Like right now, it's like 76 degrees in November in Ohio. I mean, I am in the Midwest, and what they like to say is if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes because it'll change. And it's true. So anyway, I'm really excited to share that with you. Thank you so much for being with me on this journey and just watching every week. And there's Dexter, that dog. Do you have a dog? I have a dog and 2 cats. He's the one who makes the most trouble, I'm telling you. But anyway, I'm so glad that you're here. I really want to know how your journey is going. Let me know if you're having any, issues. Let me know if you're having a win. Even if it's a small win, like you just feel a little bit better in your clothes. If you had a good meal and didn't overindulge, like just anything is such a good thing. And focus on all these good things that you're doing. And if you like this video, please go ahead and like it for me and subscribe if you haven't yet. I will see you for week 11, plus I have a grocery haul coming up on Saturday. Thank you so much, and do not forget that you're number 1, and you need to go do something for yourself, and only yourself. So go do it right now. Bye.